Matt, how would you sum that up today?
Similar to recent events, a poor first half. We couldn't get near enough to the game. We couldn't open our legs. We couldn't get any aggression in our running in that first half. It meant we were probably second best too often, but then the goals are still really poor goals from our point of view, both preventable, both for softness, which has been apparent for a long period of time. Second half, we were brighter, more purposeful, ran harder. The simplicity in that is incredible, and got back in the game. And then a poor set-up from a set piece has cost us.
All the goals preventable then today from your point of view?
Yeah, incredibly so. But that's, like I say, it's a reoccurring theme where we don't quite value certain things as a team. So I'm going to start trying to find a way to hammering that home a little bit more on the training pitch.
In terms of the response, first 10 minutes of the second half was a bit brighter, but probably you needed a goal earlier than 12 minutes from the end, didn't you, really?
You say that there's still a lot of time left in the game when we did score. That's why that third goal, that set piece, is such a poor moment from our point of view, because all of a sudden they're on the back foot and we've got a head of steam about us. We'd have liked to score early in the second half. I'd like to start a game better than we did. We looked hungover from Tuesday, when Tuesday was such a positive, and the way we moved at the end of that game. I can make excuses about a heavy pitch Tuesday, a heavyish pitch today. You can see the players slipping again, but they're just excuses. Our fans are sick of hearing that. They'll be frustrated because, and rightly so, I shouldn't be questioning our running to start a game. Maybe as the game goes on we get fatigued and we get a little bit leggy, but the way we ran to start with was too poor.
Are there certain core principles then that you're trying to build the side around, and you want to see those and you're not? Yes,
but they've probably also got to be capable of running. I think they're capable of a lot more, to be honest with you. Certainly in terms of their intent to shift around the pitch quicker than we did. But if that's not their habits, it's not being valued enough. And if they're not capable of doing it often enough, i.e. backing up games, which has always been a problem for us, then plain and simply they'll struggle to stay at this football club.
I was going to say that the next stage is either you change that in pre-season when you have more time to do it, or you change the personnel.
Change. Have to change. I can't just keep standing here and saying the same thing, and fans will see it, that the results show it, that our league position shows it. When we do it, we look a better team for it, but it's a reaction as opposed to our first thought, which is incredible.
And it's the unpredictability at the moment, isn't it? It's been a little bit feast or famine. That's how it feels. Yeah,
but the constant is how leaky we are, how soft we are, the goals we concede, and then when we do concede goals, how hard we have to work to chase a game. So we're certainly giving teams a leg up in relation to that. Like I say, we need to do a little bit more work than what's been happening previously, and we'll quickly get that into them.
One more on today. Was that third goal a move you'd seen from Northampton before, or was it just poor concentration for you not to pick up the marker?
Like I said, these things aren't new to us. The players involved in those situations have let us down in the past in terms of set piece, understanding and doing their jobs. I've always said football is a simple game. Do your job first and foremost. The actual job title as a professional footballer is to run as hard as you can first. And if you need to slow down, it's an easier thing to do than to speed up again. So I'm incredibly frustrated, so I've got to be careful with my words. But I will be making some changes, I certainly will.
In terms of next week, you play Carlisle at home. Have you got anybody on the injured list who might have a chance of being fit for next Saturday?
Probably not on the injured list. The only bonus, I suppose, is we think Harvey Vale can play longer than he did today. That was instructed by Chelsea. But even he's been away for a week, he didn't look like he had any life in him. I know he's playing a slightly false position, but lifeless in terms of that. The biggest plus is Camille Conte. I think he probably stands out in our team at the moment because he does run harder. And does move and moves with the pace of the game in terms of what's required. So he'll certainly come back into the fold, and then the work we get into this week, but I won't care the difference in the short term, but in the long term might do.